Welcome to Adulting with Joyce Pring. Watch the full video of this episode on my channel, www.youtube.com/JoycePringTV. And if you want to level up your adulting game, check out joycepring.com/collections for my digital products and courses. I think I like what you said nung IDC, where you mentioned that these young people, the woke generation, they're very passionate about what they believe in. So imagine if you can convert that passion and love and that determination to be vocal about something into a love for God. How do we do that then? Because I feel like um, a lot of people want to reach out to the woke generation because they want to share that, hey, there is an answer to these problems, as you mentioned, but it's not. This is not the only way. Social media is not the only way. There are other things that we can do, especially when we introduce them to who Jesus is, right? But how can we reach out the woke generation? Yung katulad nga nung sinabi mo, hurt na. Siguro may church hurt sila. Siguro they believe in the universe and in manifesting, in all those new age things now. How do we reach out to them?
Well, the first step talaga is love of Christ. We have to show Christ's love to them. And when you say Christ's love, it's cliche na madali na sinasabi, you do Christ, you show Christ's love to them. Pero they need to really see that you care, you are willing to listen. Kasi the tendency with some ates and kuyas that I know, napapagod sa mga, and even parents that I know who have complaints sa this Gen Z or the woke people, marami silang complaints, reklamo na reklamo itong mga to. Ayaw naman nilang, or parang lagi nilang nasa online or stuff like that, maraming complaints. Pag lagi natin sila nakikita in a negative light kasi, and they don't see that we're willing to listen, hindi talaga nila feel yung love. Pero pag nakikita lang na we are willing to listen to them, we are willing to spend time with them, we are willing to try to understand them. But at the same time, kasi when you say Christ-like love, hindi lang yung, sige, I keep on listening to you, lagi kitang iintindihin. Pero yung makaka-build ka ng relationship and you will be able to rebuke them as well pag meron silang maling ginagawa. Kasi that's love also eh. A lot of times feeling ng mga tao, ang love lang is accept, accept, accept. Pero imagine if we just accept everyone kahit mali na yung ginagawa. Diba? Hindi matutulungan. You can't help that person grow. You can't help that. Just like us, just like my kids. I have 4 kids, right? I'm not gonna just say, okay, I love you. You just do whatever you want, right? If it's gonna hurt them, I'm not gonna allow them to do that. So love of Christ-like love is not just understanding them or trying to build a relationship with them, but also the loving way to tell them if there are certain things that are wrong. And then help and guiding them also to the right path. So yun yung best ways to deal with, to help these young people really become passionate towards the important things. Kasi like what I said, diba? Maganda yung sinabi mo kanina na may ibang way naman to solve yung mga issues na nafe-face nila ngayon. The injustices, meron naman talagang ibang way. May better way. And in fact, there's a godly way to do that. God wants to empower us to do that. And that's why we want to propose it to young people na, huy, alam ko very passionate ka dito, may ibang way, try mo ito. Kasi it will not destroy relationships. It will in fact build relationships, but it will also solve the problems that you're facing and also help you understand why it's happening. So if you want to draw them to Christ, it starts with us, trying to understand them, trying to build relationship with them. And once ma-build yung relationship, mas madaling i-guide sila, i-rebuke, i-guide dun sa right path, and then hopefully makita nila that there's a better way of doing things.
I love that. Build the relationship first talaga, no? Yung pray, care, share talaga is so important because, I mean, as simple as it is, that really is the foundation of anything. If you want someone to listen to you, I mean, we were reading this book, my husband and I forgot, yung 14 Gospels Principles, and parang sabi doon, the children won't listen to you by just listening to you. They have to have a relationship with you. Because unless you model it, unless they know that you actually care for them and love them, why would they listen to you? You would just sound like a banging gong to them. But Pastor Marty, you know what I realized kanina when I was preparing for episode? Sabi ko, one of the things that I feel like also Gen Zs and the young people would struggle with in their walk with Christ is feeling like an outcast. Because imagine, if you actually really follow Jesus and ikaw lang yon sa friend group mo, tapos lahat ng friends mo woke or, following what social media and what is trending online, you're gonna feel like an outcast and you're gonna feel like maybe you'll lose your friends. What would be your encouragement to young people who may experience that? Because I know you have had a lot of encounters in your campus ministries with young people getting to know Jesus sa umpisa pa lang. And meron akong
Yeah.
mga na-experience na gano'n na okay sila sa umpisa, but in the moment that they start losing friends or kinokontra na sila ng friends nila, whatever, ayaw na nila. Kasi that's the most important thing when you're a young person, di ba? You want your relationships, your friendships to work. What would be your encouragement for them?
Siguro before I comment on that question, balikan ko lang, maganda yung sinabi mo yung modeling. Actually, interesting. We did a survey before with our young people. Not all of them, but specifically in Maine, in CCF Center in the Pasig area. So, ano yung mga disappointments nila when it comes to the people that they look up to? Bakit minsan ayaw lang i-take seriously si Jesus? You know the number one reason? Integrity. They say something, tapos they don't live it out. So I realized, gusto kong dagdagan yung sinabi ko, if you want to build relationship with them, kailangan makita nila yung consistency sa'yo. Kailangan talaga makita nila na. If you're the ate or the kuya or the parent or who's listening right now, you want to make a difference in the lives of these young people, kailangan talaga makita nila. Kasi yan ang isa sa top reasons why hurting ang mga woke. Kasi the authorities promised, pansinin mo to ito sa statistics to tingnan mo yung three major authorities in their lives that they got so disappointed. Number one, parents. Nag-increase ang, sad to say, abuse at home during the pandemic. Nag-increase. Second thing that nag-increase is yung abuse ng government authorities. The second authority. So, police. Diba? Ito yung, diba na uso yung extrajudicial killing. So, imagine mo yung mindset nila ngayon about authorities. Ay, mandaraya yan. Ay, nag-promise yung government official na yan pero hindi na-fulfill. O, nasira na. Third, the church. Diba, nung 2020, 2021, 2022, dumami yung mga issues about, okay, this pastor fell, sexual immorality, okay, this pastor did it. So, yun talaga. Nasa top 10 or top 5 reasons sila why they don't wanna take God seriously is because of that. So, if you wanna build relationship, I just wanna comment on that kasi maganda yung sinabi mo talaga about integrity or being a role model. So, going back dun sa mga, kasi nga, di ba, if you're a young person, especially those who are listening and you're a Christian, you've committed your life to Christ, and grabe yung peer pressure, ang dami mga friends mo. And hindi lang yung peer pressure, yung peer pressure na naawa ka rin sa friends mo kasi they are your good friends, pero you don't want to, parang, kasi iba yung leaning nila, so you don't want to fight them. Parang you want to agree na lang with them. Here's my challenge to you and my encouragement to you. God has showed you extraordinary love, which means that your identity is absolutely secure kay Lord. Kasi creation ka niya eh. You're His daughter, you're His son, you are His child, you are a new creation, na-receive mo na yung perfect love. You don't have to fear if other people will reject you. But don't do anything that will cause them to reject you. You be loving to them, definitely. You tell them the truth in a loving way. If they ask you questions about your faith, you make a stand dun sa faith mo kay Jesus in a loving way. I've done that many times. I didn't lose friends. They're still my friends. They're leaning in another, mindset, perspective, another organization that they want to cling on. But we converse, we talk, and we're good friends. And they know that I am a pastor. They know that I love Jesus. They know that these are my convictions. So I have healthy conversation with them. Technically, hindi ka naman talaga nila sisiraan eh. Hindi naman sila magagalit sa'yo. Kasi once na galit, unless may gawin kang mali unless ikaw mismo may sabihin ka talaga sa kanilang mali, wala kang integrity and stuff like that. Pero pag loving ka, mabait ka, when you talk to them, it's in a polite way, respectful way, hindi ka naman nila aawayin eh. Kasi alam nila, mali rin yun, right? So don't be afraid kasi God will be your protector. Imagine, secure na yung identity mo kay Christ. Protector mo pa siya. And ito pa yung promise ko sa'yo. He will bless you. Kaya don't be afraid. I have never seen someone who made a stand for Jesus disappointed.
That's it for this episode of Adulting with Joyce Pring. If you liked this podcast, please don't forget to use the hashtag Adulting with Joyce Pring and also check out www.joycepring.com for the show notes and tag me on social media with you know it at Joyce Pring. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Paalam!